Here's something we haven't said in a long time. Welcome to Realities May Vary, the podcast that says it does whatever the hell it wants, including disappearing for 15 months and then starting 10 minutes late due to technical difficulties. So, yeah, I looked. It's been 15 months. I'm Brian Noonan. With me, as always, there he is, still with me, together, Cody Goff. There he is. Hi, Cody Goff.
Hi, we didn't do like a pre-production thing where I'm like, today we'll talk about blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, what are we talking about today?
I don't know. Let's talk about what we've been up to the last 15 months.
Last 15 months.
And
we have a favor. We have a big favor to ask.
Big favor to ask people, which we'll probably do right off the bat. Also, you'll learn about a massive project that I talked about for many months.
Right.
Many months on Realities May Vary that is complete. And maybe you'll even get to see what I'm talking about. Couple concert updates. I'm sure Brian and I have been to a few good shows over the last year or so. I'm 40. What did I do for my 40th birthday? Was it adult or was it child themed? I'll let you obviously guess as I pour this beer. And maybe we'll talk about my crippling addiction to Mountain Dew Zero Sugar and the death of free speech. Whoa, that took a hard turn. What just happened?
There's a lot going on there. Last time we were here, I still had hair, which is weird. As I looked back, it was April 8th, 2024 was our last broadcast.
Wow.
For this, because we've been focusing. Hello, Stuart in the chat. The Plow King is there saying we're not on Facebook. We're checking. Things are, listen, it's been a long time since we did this, so we're trying to get back in. But as long as you're on YouTube, that's cool too. Or try just the straight up Brian Noonan page on Facebook.
Well, Facebook must be working because somebody commented on Facebook.
Yeah. So it's probably, you might be on the wrong page. You might, if you're on the Brian Noonan Show page, it's not going to be there, but it should be on the regular page. If not, we'll post it tomorrow. I don't know. It's been a while. Where do you want to start? A lot has happened in the last 15 months.
Well, your set looks different because you moved. So maybe
I did move. So yeah, I am in a new broadcast hub. We moved to the south, back into the southwest suburbs. So it's very so this is recent though. We just moved in May. I think it was May, wasn't it? Yeah. So we're here, and it's Debbie and myself and Lawson and Maisie. Did we have Maisie? Yeah, we did have Maisie last time we did the Realities May Vary because we got her on St. Patrick's Day. So still the two dogs. Walter still in the mix. Molly's dog. He's actually coming again this weekend, and then he's coming at the end of August. He's here a lot, even though he lives 7 hours away, just like he was when we lived in the other house. But yeah, this is nice. It's a big space. You've been up here. I know it drove your wife crazy because we have pictures all over the walls, which we've established that your lovely wife does not enjoy having pictures on the walls.
I'm not
because I heard her
anything.
say, "Oh, he's got pictures up here too."
Well, I think there were two things. First, I think
Yes.
she was surprised that you had so many pictures on your walls when you had moved like a week prior. Like you just like Brian was everywhere. And that's great.
You guys were here on July 4th, and by then we had been in the house for a month and a half.
Yeah.
And I don't like having, but you know me, I don't like clutter and boxes and things being out of place. So we quickly got to work. And this leads into another thing. I had a lot of extra time on my hands through April and May, because last time we did Realities May Vary, I had just started a brand new job. Remember how excited I was? Oh, I was going to be full-time every day. I was going to be on WTMJ. I was co-hosting a new show. Oh, I couldn't have been happier. And then May 20 or March 28th of this year, Friday afternoon, as happens it's not a new or unusual radio story. I finished the show, which I thought had gone very well. My co-host and I were talking. Okay, we'll see you Monday. Great show. Blah, blah, blah. Walk out the studio. There's my boss. And he says, "Can I talk to you?" And I'm like, sure, you can talk to me. And went up, and he took me to the smallest conference room right by the front door. And he wouldn't say anything to me on the walk. I walked in, and there was somebody from HR in the office, and I was told that they were discontinuing our show and I was being let go. And they couldn't really tell me why. I'm guessing they didn't like the show. They had just we had just done there. When I started the show, I came in about 2 months after the station had gone through a big lineup change and a big change, and I guess they found it wasn't working, and so that was that. But it's again, nothing new in radio, so that's but that's that. So I did have time, but that goes back to why I had time to get stuff done quickly. Plus I needed to get this area set up. I needed to just not be tripping over boxes,
Mhm.
and it was like I got to get it done. So yeah, so we do it. Somebody else that day said it looks like we've been here for a long time,
Mhm.
which is good.
It's great.
I want it to look like I've been here for a long time. Hi to Cindy, jumping on in the comments. So yeah, that's kind of. I'll save the other big news till you share some news, and we talk about why there's a QR code up in the corner of the screen.
Is there a QR code up in the corner of the screen?
It is right above my head.
Oh, there
right
it is.
up,
Yeah, it's
right
covered
up there.
because on our exclusive broadcast side of this broadcast, I see a big sign that says live, and
Ooh.
live is covering up the QR code. But that's
Oh,
only
is
for
that
me.
right?
That's only for me. And if I resize my window, it goes away. So if you
right.
don't see a QR code and you do see live, resize your window. I'll do the shameless plug. So Brian and I desperately want you to scan that QR code.
There, do you see it now?
I could see. Well, now I can definitely see it. Yeah.
Now I moved it over to your noggin.
Now it's over my head.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I'm like pouring a beer, and I shared the Facebook Live on the Brian Noonan Show page just now while we were doing this, and now I'm doing insulin. So, like, I'm just like way multitasking a lot. But I
You
promise
got a lot going on.
I'll get
Holy
more.
cow.
I'll be more present in a moment. But the if you don't know somehow, if you've been living under a rock like an idiot, you wouldn't know that BrianNoonanShow.com and I co-host a podcast, an award-winning podcast called Crafty Brewers,
That's
Tales Behind Craft Beer.
right.
When I say award-winning, I mean literally that, because we won the 2025 Quill Podcast Award for Best Video Podcast. Quill is a branded podcast hosting agency, and while that felt good, and that's one of those awards that actually gets picked by judges that know what they're doing. So I felt very, very good about that. There's a lot of BS awards out there. There's a lot that I rail against, some semi-privately, but some I've literally gone on LinkedIn and being like, yeah, this award's a joke. But we are up for another award, and you can vote for us. And this is very much a popularity contest kind of award that gets you into the finalists. So just go to podcastawards.com. You can scan the QR code at the top of the screen if you want to do that, if you got your phone with you, because of course you do, or just go to podcastawards.com. It's /app/sign up. So there are video instructions.
We got a scroll at the bottom of the screen. We got captions. We got it all, baby.
You produced this up. I had nothing to do with this, just so you know. So just go to podcastawards.com. Give them your email and stuff, and then there's a box you can. And they won't email you, by the way. It's just to make sure no one votes 45 times.
Right.
So throw out an email. There's a box you check when you sign up that says, please consider me like when the final slate of nominees is announced to basically be a judge for the finalists or something along those lines. Check that box, because like what's going to happen is like 50,000 people are going to vote on all these podcasts, and then they pick the top 10 in every category, and then they randomly select like 1,000 people to vote on the finalists, basically. So if none of our fans are any of those people that do the final round of voting, then that's not really great for us. But if we have a handful that are in the final, round of voting, then that's a bigger share of votes. So that's really helpful.
Yeah.
So click that, and then once you get to the categories, there's like 25 categories. Don't worry, you don't have to vote in all of them. You could vote for us in 3 categories: arts, leisure, and society and culture. Right?
Oh, and People's Choice.
And people's People's Choice. I mean, People's Choice always, some fantasy football podcast always wins that.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like, fine. But vote for some People's Choice. That would be really fun. But to win. But like, I mean, yeah, vote for us in that one. But
what was the other one? Arts, leisure,
arts
and
arts, leisure, and then the final one is society and culture, like society-culture. And those are the categories. So there's a drop-down menu. Find crafty brewers, tales behind craft beer in each of those. Scroll to the bottom and click submit your votes or whatever, and then you're done. They might send you an email that asks to confirm your email address or whatever. But yeah, it's easy peasy. If you've ever signed up for anything on the internet, you know how to do this. I probably over-explained it, but it would be very, very nice. And you know, when we're successful, that motivates me to say to Brian, we should just do a Realities May Vary for fun. So, you know, in fact, this, you know, begging for votes is why we're part of the reason why we're doing this tonight. If we win, then the next time we're up for an award, guess what I'm going to say? Hey, Brian, that worked out pretty well last time when we did a surprise Realities May Vary. Let's do another one. And then, you know, you get more of us. So
and I will say, sure, we could do that. We could do another Realities May Vary. I was shocked when you asked.
Well, you know, I figure there's enough to fill up the time to where, like, I won't make an idiot. We got
plenty.
Well, yeah, because there's enough for us to talk about without getting into too many things that you could talk about that, like, maybe I shouldn't talk about because, like, I might get, like, deported to El Salvador.
Yeah, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about people with a tangerine complexion and how they're dismantling the country and things like that. I want it to be a fun return to the air because, quite frankly, I do enough doom scrolling and ruminating on the future of our country and posting on various social platforms that used to be called one thing but now are called something else, and venting my negativity, you know, and worry for the fact that you know, that people in our line of work, you know, could be silenced. Fight the power.
Donnie from the 630 checking in on YouTube. Great to see you guys back on Realities May Vary. Really missed the show. And Trump is on Epstein's list. Thanks for the comment. It's a really great comment that you left there. So, hey, you want to see a thing I did that was really cool that we talked about for months on the show?
Yes, I would. But let me just say hi to Melissa, who is watching from Abu Dhabi. Yes.
From Aladdin?
What a nice surprise to see you both back on the air. Good morning from Abu Dhabi. And Melissa's watching us on YouTube. Wow. And Gina says Monday nights are not the same without you. That's why we're back. We sensed your longing, Gina. Or maybe that was just the voices in my head saying, please talk to somebody. You can't just sit up here in the attic by yourself. So yes, this is exciting because we've all been following the travails of this project, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs. Update.
Yeah. Nearly 3 years ago, rewind to 3 years ago, roughly, actually. It was August or September 2022. It was actually before my daughter was born, who's now 2. So before my daughter was born, I bought a big old slab of wood. Let me share my screen here. I bet I can share this. Yeah, where's my tab? Woodworking desk build. All right. Can you see that?
Hold on. Add to the
there
screen.
We go.
Here we go. It is. Yep.
All right, Brian's got me up. So I got this big old slab of wood. It's about, let's see, 5, 6, 7, like about 9 feet long, a couple feet wide, big walnut slab of wood, and about 3/4 inches thick. And I saw it at this resale shop in Rockford, or near Rockford, called Hidden Treasures. This guy was selling a bunch of wood, and I was like, I bet I can make a desk out of that. I've got some woodworking tools. How hard can it be? And then over the subsequent 3 years, I learned it can be hard.
Meanwhile, your daughter is driving now. So,
well, you know, she's got her permit. But yeah, so I won't go through all the pictures, but I got a little album. So I did I eventually figured out I can't make all the plans at once. Let's just take it one step at a time. So I figured out the glue up. I got it all connected with each other. I got a lot of big old clamps, clamped that sucker together, glued it all up. It was slightly off, so I had to get a joiner plane, an old hand plane it down, sanded it down to like 1,000 grit, and put on tried and true original wood oil finish. And here you can see it when it's got the finish on. Just beautiful colors popping out, and flat. You can't even tell where the seam is there, essentially.
No, you can't.
So I felt.
So wait,
I felt
it was two. You bought it as 2 pieces?
That's 2 separate pieces. Yeah.
Wow.
That right there is 2 separate pieces. So yeah, I am. It turns out that woodworking is a good hobby for the insane perfectionist that I am. It is a good and bad hobby because it requires, like, you can't be off by.
No.
If you're off on that glue up of a 9-foot long piece of wood and you're off by 1 millimeter, then you got an uneven table. And
can't have that.
So we can't have that. So I've got all these porn shot pictures of it. I'll just kind of fast forward. So then,
this is what's this? This has got to be the bottom.
I'll skip forward a few because this is some of these this was the original bottom. So I needed a frame. What I learned was desktops are supposed to be thicker than 3/4 inches.
Why did they tell you that?
Because my carpenter friend is like, why'd you only get 3/4 inches? Like, a desktop's supposed to be at least 1 inch, probably 2. And I was like, well, because I had no idea what I'm doing. So I needed some extra support underneath it because it's so long. I couldn't stick a heavy monitor and all this crap in the middle of it and have it bow in. So I put some what are they, C channels, metal C channels underneath it. And then initially I had these LVL beams. That was a disaster. I tried to get them. I ended up going instead with these pine 2x8s and put a little frame under it, painted it with help from my son. He actually did a bunch of the painting, which was really fun. Clamped that down to the bottom.
Your son is now 22, correct?
He is. Yeah, he's about to graduate college, but I did get it done before then. This is the Desky sit stand desk frame. And there's the finished product in my office. Now, I know that the legs don't look like much, but here is a little video that I will share. And you can see a little control unit over left.
It looks like a Pilsner glass or part of the World Cup trophy.
And there it is.
Ooh. It's like magic.
Way up. Way up there. So it goes way high.
Now, is that so the kids can't reach up and grab anything off your desk?
No, it's so I can stand for most of my workday. So this is now my office.
Wow. Dude.
And I stand for most of my day with that. And it's nice and clean. I've got a ton of room. My giant bookcase speakers fit on there. It's got cable management underneath. You'll notice you can't see any cables.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All of them are in a channel underneath. There's one black cord you can see on the left leg hanging down. One black cord with an extension cord to the wall. That's it. But otherwise, it's totally pretty much cable free. And I've got you can also see some cable management coming from the monitor down there. But that's pretty much it. And
that is fantastic. And I say that without any sarcasm in my voice. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. I'm I'm not gonna lie. I'm very proud of it.
You should be very proud of it.
And I've got to give a shout out to one of our listeners, Danny. I'm 99% sure his name is Danny, and now I'm panicking, and I'm like, oh my god, his name is Danny. Right? I met him. He actually gave me a tool, which was so cool.
Is that right?
Regular listener, big fan of Reality As May Vary. We text very occasionally, but I did share pictures, and he was like, dude, that looks amazing. There he is. Yes. Okay. I was right. For a second, I panicked. It was like, his name's Danny. I talked to him like 10 times. But Danny, and I met, he had some old woodworking tool he wanted to, I guess, kind of pass on because he was just not going to use it. So I used that a little bit in some of the build. didn't really need it till the end, but I used it for the frame a little bit. And then that was really cool. And then we texted a couple times about just like, how's it going? Showed it to him. He just had very nice things to say. All my carpenter friends had nice things to say. My dad said some things that were too nice. Like I was like, it's not. He was like, you've surpassed me with your finishing work. And I'm like, I just sanded a lot. Like I just sanded a lot. My dad can build anything. He's built stairs. He's a bookcase. Like I'm not at his level, but it was very kind of him.
It was nice of him to say.
And I will say, but dude, it turned out good. Like it
looks great.
It turned out ridiculous. And I'm proud of it. And I use it. And my wife was worried that she's like, I'm just terrified you're going to like put it up there and hate it. And I stand most of the day, every day for work. I put it at the exact right like height for me. It extends to very tall. I'm 6'4". It's got a couple different memory settings. So I've got a button I press and it puts me at my video conference setting to where my webcam's right at my eye level. I do one where it's a little higher and I've got my arms up to kind of type. And when I sit up now, like I sit up like straight and I can raise it to my level because desks are actually built for people 6 inches shorter than me.
Yes. Trust me, I know.
I'm not hunched. Like it was worth it. And, I originally was going to go for like, maybe like, like twisted kind of like metal legs, like cast iron kind of legs to kind of fit that flow of the table and like the curvature a little bit, which would have, I think, aesthetically looked a little better, but functionally, this is like what I needed. And
to be honest, I mean, as someone who would look at it, I would only be paying attention to that beautiful wood on top.
Thank you.
I'm not, I would see the legs and go, oh, that's nice wrought iron legs, whatever. But the flow of that wood and the pattern in that wood is just gorgeous. I'd be remiss if I did not say our good friend Craig Collins is listening from Houston, Texas. I don't think I'm giving it away to say that Craig is on the air in Houston, Texas, Monday through Friday. I don't know the call letters or the exact time, but I do know Craig is there and he's upset that you're not drunk. Just what, Craig? Watch the Facebook Live that we posted on Saturday. If you want to see Cody drunk.
No, Brian. I texted him. I texted him
today. Oh, from there?
I drunk texted him, very drunk, a couple times, threatening to send him pictures of something that I did not send him pictures of. And
your ween?
Yep.
Why would you send Craig a picture of your ween?
Don't know. I opened my phone the next day and looked at the text and I was like, I sure said that, didn't I?
Yeah, you were lit up.
I was. The other text that I sent my other friends with voice memos could probably get me arrested.
Well, our good friend Chris, who was with us Saturday, we were at Solemn Oath Brewing in Naperville because we had been invited to go to their Freddy's Mighty Fine Rib Fest.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out to be great. So I went, and our friend Chris, you know him from the back in the day as one of the Insatiable Insomniacs, and then Cody and his family joined us, and it was very hot. I was drinking just low ABV beers, so I was sweating out everything. You were drinking some of the barrel. You once again found the barrel-aged beers and were enjoying them in copious amounts.
Yeah, I had a lot. I had a lot of those. And not a lot of sleep from the night before. It was great. It was, and I should mention also in the intervening 15 months since our last broadcast, whenever we tell my son that we are going to a brewery, he immediately asks if you're going to be there.
Sure, whether I'm going to be there or not.
Yeah, no, you were just like, we're going to a brewery. Oh, Brian will be there, right? So
it's been a problem for you a couple times, right? Where he was upset.
He very much expects. It's a very strong association at this stage of his 4-year-old life.
Well, and then we're sitting in the brew house the other day and he's looking at the tanks, and your daughter, who is probably as hilarious, if not more hilarious than your son, who I've already set the bar very high for, she's killing me with just her silliness. But if one of them doesn't become a brewer, I'm going to be shocked.
At this
or
rate,
an alcoholic.
Oh, he used to sit in the bathtub and say like, okay, we're doing Crafty Brewers podcast. All right, Crafty Brewers podcast. So, and then you just like talk and just say random things.
He had a glass of water the other day, and he tells your wife, "This is my beer," and she's like, "Oh, your make believe beer?" He goes, "No, this is my real beer." I'm like, "Yeah, I know how you feel." And then I slam my real beer. I didn't slam my beer in front of your son. I was just drinking a little bit.
I slammed several in front of him, but he liked them.
He does, and you know what? It's a good place. There were tons of kids there. It wasn't like you guys were the outliers.
Yeah.
It was families everywhere, so that's good.
Oh, and we got to quick. I know you got to do the shout out, but like the highlight for many people was they had a watermelon holding competition. So they had like people would hold out a watermelon in front of them, like arms stretched out and hold the watermelon as long as they could. And they had like 3 or 4 people do it. And then one person dropped his. And so it shattered on the ground. And like a swarm of vultures, about half a dozen children descended upon this watermelon and just started shoving their arms in it and pulling it like an Indiana Jones shoving his hand in the guy's chest and pulling out the heart and just like watermelon. There was one dude, almost to his elbow, just like watermelon. My daughter ate a pound of watermelon.
Your daughter kept going back. Your son was going back. And the watermelon was just sitting, and it had to be sitting. And I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say almost an hour. The kids kept coming up and eating out of this watermelon that had by that time was mostly juice because the kids had scooped out the guts. And they're just, and rational people would go, "Oh my God, all these filthy urchins have been putting their hands in a watermelon. We must take our children elsewhere." But no, parents would walk up and they'd look, and then the kid would go, and the parent would look at him and go, "Yeah, okay, get your..." And your daughter kept going back going back.
And she was wearing a watermelon dress.
She was all about the melon, and things being too spicy. But then I was so touched. She ran up and gave me a big hug when she was leaving. I was like, "Oh." So, and she asked if she could come to my house.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. Your kids are great. Your wife is great too. So it was very, and my wife was not there. Biggest change, she's no longer with me. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. That would be, I buried the lead on that.
Yeah,
one.
Right.
The reason I'm in a new place, I'm all by myself. There are no dogs. There's no happiness. This is my 3 feet to either side of this picture is my entire house. That's I live in a storage closet.
You live in an attic, literally just someone's attic.
I live in someone's attic. They don't know. I've been squatting, but I still brought some pictures with me to make it feel more homey. So I sleep on a cardboard. I sleep like a breakdancer from the 70s, just on a big piece of cardboard on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I beatbox.
Sure. And you just have on the background that Olympic Australian breakdancer on repeat, just studying her every
because I
move.
want to get better. I want to get better. I'm always, because listen, living in an attic is not sustainable. I'm going to have to go. I pee in a 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot.
Yeah. Too bad you don't have windows.
I have a window, but if I open it, then someone might know I'm here.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can't be.
You know, you make a good point.
Yeah.
You make a good point. Just the scroll is still there. We'll make another reminder. The reason we have the scroll and the QR code is so you can go and vote for Crafty Brewers at podcastawards.com. So, and then you can follow us on Crafty Brewers Pod.
We can. I cut you off. You were gonna listen.
No, I just wanted Melissa, who's listening from Abu Dhabi, is an Evanston native. She's been listening to us both since the first place.
Wow.
I'll say it's since WGN. Hearing you again is a lovely piece of home from 7,000 miles away. Boy, had I known, I would have prepared a little more.
Yeah.
I know we were bringing a bit of the Chicago area to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. And Brady from the 815 commenting on Facebook. Love the show. Thanks so much for coming back. And Trump is on the Epstein list. Great. Thank you for the comment. Really appreciate that.
A lot of people weighing in.
Keep them coming.
On that.
Keep them
a lot
coming.
Of people weighing in. Hey, do I look any different?
You do. You look a lot different. You look a lot less, a lot
Yeah, I did.
fewer.
Just one more thing that has changed since not in the last 50, it has changed because over the last 15 months, I ate like I was a freed hostage. I just kept eating everything. And I ballooned up pretty well. People who've been following us for a long time know that like 14 years ago, exactly 14 years ago, July 11th, 2011, I started taking control of my weight. And at that point, I lost like 160 pounds. And then everything was good. I kept most of it off. But then the pandemic hit and mental things and all sorts of stuff hit. And I decided, I didn't decide. I just kind of started eating and didn't stop. And I started drinking and didn't stop. And one of the last things at WTMJ was I got into a partnership with a place called Milwaukee Weight Loss because they were like, does anybody on the staff want to lose weight? And I was like, yes. Because I knew I was done. I had to get control. I had to get control of myself. I couldn't, I'd had all the foot issues, which foot issues seem to be solved. You saw me the other day wearing some sandals, closed-toed. They were, water shoes. Yeah, so that's all good. But anyway, long story short, since January, I've lost 93 pounds.
Boom.
No drugs, no anything, just eating and, eating my own food that I cook, that yes, I weigh it out, but, doing that. And I know how proud you were of your desk, and rightfully so. I was as proud 2 weeks ago when I put on a Tommy Bahama shirt that I saved. I had all these Tommy Bahama shirts that I had spent all this money on, and I loved them. I loved wearing them. I've been wearing that kind of shirt since I was in high school. Not the Tommy Bahama, but I had some money back then. So anyway, I saved these shirts and I kept saying one day I'll get back into them. And in January, I said, if I'm starting this, I'm going to work hard. By summer, I'm going to wear those Tommy Bahama shirts again. And I put one on and we were out, and I was like a little kid when I put it on, and I told Debbie, I was like, oh, look, it fits. So it's good. And I feel better and I'm moving around better. And, you told me that it's going to be easier on the Crafty Brewers to sell it if I'm not, 400 pounds. So.
I don't know how I put it exactly.
I had already told you I was starting, but you were like, oh, well, that and it makes sense. Listen, it makes sense.
It would help. Beer brands like certain things. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Second of all, that is a bigger deal than my table. I mean, that is more weight than both of my kids combined. So
I was thinking about that when I saw him the other day. I'm like, I lost more than his children.
You literally
imagine
did.
How heavy when you're carrying both of them around.
I do, because I do in church. Because when I bring him up to communion, I don't carry him anymore. I do carry her. But even just her, she's a tank. This is not a slight girl. Like she is in a higher percentile for weight. Like, no shaming. Like, I was the fattest baby on earth. You look at me and you're like, how is this guy not growing up to be like Jabba the Hutt? Like I had like my chins had chins. It was you wouldn't even believe, you literally wouldn't, if I showed you a picture, you'd be like, that's not you. There's no way. Babies just sometimes are really fat, and that's whatever.
Right.
But I have a question. I have a query for you. So like I spent a lot of time with you on this podcast and in Craft Brewers. Obviously, I noticed some of the changes in one direction. As a good was I being a bad friend? But should a friend say something if they notice something? Because I know it's a mental health thing too.
Not going the other way. Trust me when I say this, and I think everybody in that situation would back me up on this. I knew how fat I was getting.
Got it. So it's not how. So for those listening, if you notice somebody
I mean, if it gets to a point where you're really concerned about somebody's health, then I think you could say something. The the problem was, the doctors kept saying I was in pretty good health. So, and I didn't set out, but yeah, everybody with a weight issue knows they have a weight issue, and they try to figure out why. Some people do, some people don't. I had gotten to the point where I knew I needed something to help jumpstart it. So I had even talked to my doctor about trying to get on Ozempic, and he was like, "Yes, you're a good candidate for it. You want to do it." And I was like, "Well, I feel like I might be cheating." He goes, "Whatever you need to do, whatever anybody needs to do to make that healthy change is fine. Problem is, and now we'll get a little political, the pharmaceutical industry makes it impossible to get that stuff. One, it's very, very expensive, and we have really good insurance, and my insurance would not cover it, even with the doctor saying that I should be on it." So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to go on that.
Well, and because insurance knows best, right? I mean, if my
Sure.
endocrinologist is like, well, Cody needs this amount of insulin, like my insurance has a special doctor and they actually know better than the endocrinologist that's like a highly trained specialist and researcher who's been working with me for like 12 years. Like they have a random person that can just say no, and their qualifications are, they're better.
Listen, your liberal agenda with science, believing science is crazy. I'm not going for it. I think a guy with a brainworm is a fine guy to lead us in our healthcare battles, and it trickles down. This is where trickle down, it's not trickle down economics, it's trickle down weeding out the weak. And by the weak, I mean the people that are sick in the eyes of some people are weak. And if you are weak and you have some sort of disease, listen, don't tell us what you need. We'll tell you what you need, baby.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Well, Will in the 815 commenting on YouTube also leaves a really interesting point. Really glad you guys are back. I would like for you to trickle down more episodes of Reality Is May Vary. Love the show. Trump was definitely on Epstein's list. # free Luigi. Yeah, I think that's a really great really great point.
2023.
I don't know. I'm just reading the text.
All right.
Ice, if you're watching this, I'm just reading the text.
Free Luigi.
I'm just reading the text.
Yeah.
And drinking a Vienna style lager from Dovetail. Ooh. Oh, what happened? What happened to my screen? My screen is blocked. Hold on. What happened? There we go. My screen froze.
You look fine here.
Dovetail, taste the rainbow. We got the meats.
I love it. We talked to Dovetail on the podcast, and we don't want to just harp on the other podcast, but you know how much we love beer. So we did talk to Dovetail. It was a very interesting interview. All of those are there, so you can do that. Let's see what else. Well,
but you did it drug free. That's amazing. Can I ask you? So I know we're going to talk about.
You can ask me anything about. I kind of treated it like I did the first time, where I haven't talked about it like on social media or anything. I just I'm debating. Let me ask you. I was gonna say something when I get to 100 pounds, so that should be in a few more couple weeks maybe. Because I'm like 93.
You got to post when you get 100 pounds.
But I have a shirtless picture that I took for Milwaukee weight loss of, the day I started.
Wow.
And it's hard to see. Well, it's not hard to see, except that I blocked out the sun, but it's hard to look at. It's very easy to see because it was just this blob of humanity. And I will say, being really fat and bald for me, and I'm only speaking for me. If I'm not judging. I've had weight issues all my life. So when I make jokes about me, they're just about me. Don't get bent out of shape, But man, I look like Kingpin from Daredevil.
That's kind of cool, though. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, but he had a nice white suit and a lot of money, and he killed people. I was a fat guy in my office in gym shorts. It was horrifying.
Fair, yeah. If you got in the suit, you may not have lost that weight.
No, yeah. Now I could, now I think I feel better. I'm healthier. I look better, and I just yeah. And listen, I know people who have used Ozempic and those other things, and it works. And good for you. I'm glad. I'm glad. Whatever it
Yeah.
takes to, because at some point, and I know this sounds, some people will understand. Some people will think I'm being hyperbolic, but I come from a long. My family has a history of alcoholism. Food is my addiction because I know why some people drink, and those reasons are very similar to why I would, you know, overeat, because it gives you a little bit of comfort. It silences the voices. And then just like when you drink too much, sometimes the next morning there's that shame comes in, and it's a spiral. Because like, did I really need to eat an entire pizza and you know a 6 pack? Did I need to get 2 Whoppers at 2 o'clock in the morning? Probably not. So yeah, so I got to look good anyway, Cody.
Yeah, there's an alternate universe somewhere where, like, you know how in the 60s they had the Adam West Batman?
Yeah,
And it was like a cheesy Batman on TV,
great.
obviously. There's an alternate universe where they do a really cheesy TV Spider-Man, and you did buy a white suit, and you just got cast as the Kingpin, and you were the funniest Kingpin in TV history, and you just kept the weight on. So I'm glad we're in this timeline.
I like this timeline better.
This was better. This
You
timeline's
know,
better. Well, actually, depends on who's president in the other time.
well, oh, see, I'm just talking about the timeline that we've created right here in
Oh,
this
okay.
little bubble right now. I know outside of my attic, outside the 3 feet, that if I ever got to leave, maybe I leave when the people downstairs go out.
Sure.
I would fear this timeline,
Sure.
but no.
Well, I was
People saying they missed the long hair on me. That was no way. That I see pictures now, and I yell at my wife and daughter figuratively that nobody told me how goofy I looked with the long hair and a soul patch and the whole. I'm like, what kind of weird deal? Because listen, long hair on people is cool. Long hair when your hairline is receding and it's thinning up here is a desperate cry for help.
Dude, if I went back and I looked at the first couple realities may varies when I was the pandemic, and I was like, I'm not going to say growing a beard because that is generous, but I was not shaving, and that was a mistake. And you actually can't see that anymore because Facebook changed. Well, it depends on where you look. Facebook changed its data retention policy so that they announced this in January. Any Facebook Live that was basically more than like 6 months old or something would be deleted from Facebook as of earlier this month or last month. So if you go on the Brian Noonan Show Facebook page, I don't think you can see any old episodes of our podcast, but we've got the YouTube channel. So for archival purposes, you can go on YouTube, but you can't, like, there's nothing there now for Facebook, which is, there's a handful of videos. They don't delete all videos, just the Facebook Live videos, like when we streamed live. Okay. So if we film something on WGN,
you're in luck that some of the ones from Phobab and like some of your antics from Saturday, those kind of things will be gone someday.
My antics will be.
Your antics will be.
I didn't broadcast this change because I think I texted Danny because I know he's a big fan of the show, but I didn't broadcast it because I'm like, if I want to run for office someday, like, I'm already doomed enough, but like, I'm really doomed if people find old realities may vary. It may be a problem.
You're gonna be the Shane Gillis of podcasting, even though Shane Gillis was the Shane Gillis of podcast. Hey, there's Roger Badish checking in. Hello, Roger Badish.
Ooh,
yeah, Roger looking good, working on his garden all the time. See his posts.
He just did something very impressive on LinkedIn, but I don't remember what.
Roger did something impressive on LinkedIn?
It was very impressive. It was something really cool. He did a thing, and I was like, that's really cool, but I don't remember what.
I think did it have something to do with his book? I know he's done a couple really cool things with his book.
I don't remember, but he also needs a shout out for the table that I finished because he bequeathed me his circular saw, which I did use. My table ended up being 98 or 99 inches long. I did have to cut, I think I cut like 4 to 6 inches off the end because it was just a hair longer than I needed. And on that one far end, the glue up, I just didn't feel like planing it anymore. So I was just like, I just cut it. So I have a cordless DeWalt circular saw now. So I have like kind of a newer, fancier one for more versatile purposes. But his one, if I need like a rough cut or just a quick cut of something, I use that all the time. So
that's very cool.
Love it. Woodworkers are cool people. They pass on their tools. They stay in the family. I go to DePage Woodworkers meetings. Like they're a great group of guys.
Yeah.
Mostly guys. I won't say all guys. There are like 3 women, but let's face it, it's mostly retired guys.
Okay.
But they're awesome. They're really nice and they help me a ton and ask them a lot of questions about my build. But
well, it's good to get out of the house and talk to people with similar hobbies that don't include drinking.
One day a month, yeah.
1 day a month. Listen, you don't want to socialize too much. You start socializing too much, then people expect you to socialize.
It's true. Jimmy from the 60O saying, I love socializing, and this podcast is giving me wood. But the only thing giving me more wood than that is the fact that I can't wait to see how many times Trump is on Epstein's list. Hashtag
Are we still talking about this?
That's a crazy comment to leave, and I agree with it. So what I was going to ask you about the weight loss
let me tell you this. That's an inappropriate statement, and Obama committed treason.
So,
yes,
I've been also, so I, to a different degree, I've just been out of shape, and I wanted to lose a couple pounds, so I started to cut back on calories, and I stopped drinking. I'll drink Mountain Dew sometimes, but Mountain Dew has 45 grams of carbs. Orange juice is a primary ingredient, so it actually spikes your blood sugar really fast.
Orange juice is a primary ingredient in Mountain Dew?
It is a primary ingredient in Mountain Dew.
Really?
It's like the third ingredient. It's like something. It's like basically sugar and then orange juice concentrate, and then it's like the second ingredient.
Boy, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so if my blood sugar is really low and we're out of orange juice, I'll literally pound a Mountain Dew. It's the fastest acting. So Mountain Dew I'll have with pizza or a big meal if I really want as a special treat. But I've always hated Diet Mountain Dew. Hated the flavor. Couldn't. I just no. But Mountain Dew released Mountain Dew Zero Sugar.
Okay.
Which uses a different sweetener than Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew. And Brian, I am obsessed with it. And I want to know from you, listener, is that a problem? Because I drink at least 2 a day. And now it's 0 calories, 0 sugar. Theoretically, it's fine. It's not going to trick my insulin into doing anything because I don't make insulin. So as a type 1 diabetic,
handy.
Yeah, ChatGPT says it's not a big deal. But it's funny because I kicked
caffeine. The robot overlords want you to do whatever is going to get you out of the way so they can take over.
That's true. No, but so last year for Lent, I gave up coffee and I stopped drinking caffeine pretty much for them entirely.
I remember. Yes. Ugh.
Yeah, up until a few months, and I still don't. I don't drink. Like if I'm really tired or I only got 6 hours of sleep because of the kids, I'll drive through and get like a Starbucks, like a vanilla sweet cream cold brew or something because I'll get a little jolt of caffeine. Or I'll have maybe a sugar-free Red Bull. Because actually Red Bull doesn't have that much caffeine. It has a small amount of caffeine. It just has a lot of B vitamins.
And it gives you wings.
It does. Big misconception, though. There's not a lot of caffeine
in
Red Bull.
I'm learning a lot from you about beverages that I don't drink.
What's crazy is they must have passed a law in the last few years because now beverage cans of any soft drink tell you how many milligrams of caffeine are in them.
Okay.
That's new. They didn't do that when I was younger.
No.
And Red Bull has about the same amount as Mountain Dew Zero Sugar, roughly. I think it's like 60 to 80 milligrams, but they're ballpark, and it's a fraction of a cup of coffee in either of them. What theoretically wakes you up in the Red Bull is the B vitamins. Same with other energy drinks, but Monster has a ton of caffeine in addition to B vitamins. But anyway, so now I'm like, all right, well, I'm caffeine free, quote unquote. I don't get up, I don't drink coffee, but I'm drinking like 2 to 3 zero sugar Mountain Dews a day, which adds up to like a fraction of a cup of coffee. So now I'm like having a harder time waking up, and I'm having the same problems I did when I drank caffeine. But I've got like an IV of, I almost had one for this podcast. Like I don't need caffeine at 9 at night. Why would I do that? So I don't know. Anybody have this problem? Okay, Mike.
Debbie does.
Mike on Facebook says I'm fine unless they're 2-liter bottles. I just have 2 cans. So
And we all know that Mike, who has been listening for a long time, has his medical degree because he was appointed by Robert F. Kennedy as the undersecretary for the Department of Health. Junior, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., correct. Yeah. So Debbie has that same issue, but with Coke Zero. She drinks Coke Zero like it's going. She hates Diet Coke, but she drinks Coke Zero. She's always got one in the freezer and a couple in the refrigerator.
In the freezer?
She wants it super cold. So she's alternating, and then she's got like half bottles, and it's nonstop with the Coke Zero. And I was like, well, I'll try Coke Zero a few years ago. I know they're like, oh, it tastes better than Diet Coke. It still doesn't taste like a real Coke. So I'd rather not drink pop than drink a zero sugar or a diet soda.
That's fair.
But Debbie's like you. But she still drinks coffee. So in the morning, she'll have all her coffee, and then she starts on the Coke Zero, and she goes Coke Zero almost. I think she has one next to her bed, next to the bed where she sleeps.
Do you have a mini fridge under the
no,
nightstand?
That's why some of them are in the freezer. So before we go to bed, she'll take one out. She takes a Coke Zero and a couple little bottles of Mott's apple juice in case her blood sugar drops way down. That's what she uses instead of orange juice. Mm-hmm. So she's got like next to the bed, there's a little table that looks like a convenience store. It looks like I'm pulling up to a work spot with my roach coach, and there are a million beverages there. She's got a bag of Starburst there in case her blood sugar goes low. So if in the morning, sometimes I look over, it looks like a mouse has eaten all these Starbursts. There's wrappers everywhere, and there's a tipped over empty bottle of Coke Zero. It's crazy.
Wow. Okay, then.
Roger's going to have a snack at this hour. Roger, stop eating at this hour.
It's Pellegrino. Let's go, dude. Talk about
fancy. He's always fancy now. Always fancy.
Mike did clarify I'm a proctologist. Does that matter?
Depends on if how you're taking your diet Mountain Dew Zero Sugar.
That's true. Tommy from the 630 checking in also on Facebook. It only matters if you're a proctologist if you put on a long latex glove and shove your arm deep into Jeffrey Epstein's list of clients who had sex with underage girls and grab it and reach and pull out Donald Trump's name several times because he's on that list. Hashtag Free Luigi. Crazy the comments we're getting tonight.
The comments are nuts.
Yeah, that's wild. Wow. Well,
what's funny is I like that the people are leaving them up till you read them, and then they seem to delete them.
Well, you just can't see them all because I have different privacy settings. It's a millennial thing. Don't worry about it. I'm a computer guy.
I wouldn't understand that. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not. I'm all, I'm still a Luddite. Well, the biggest news for us, and I know we're short on time, but the biggest news for us.
Wait, what does that mean? Do we have a? This is the only time in the last 2 years I haven't yelled at you with a clock.
This is because I didn't want people to go, oh my God, he's going to launch into some long diatribe. So I teased it as I'll be concise, but I don't know if I will. So this is the biggest news. For those of you who have been following along with Cody and myself and my journey from WGN and all these years, my daughter Molly, or you've seen her, you've heard her on the air with us on WGN. She refused for years to come on the podcast for I don't know what reasons. She has chastised me for things I've said about her both on the air and on the podcast. She is now engaged. Molly got engaged in January to I think. Oh no! Well, she wasn't even dating the last time we were.
She was. You had met him.
Oh! All right.
Met him at the baseball game.
We met him at the baseball game. So Ian, same guy. Ian is her fiance. They are getting married. They live in Pittsburgh now because after Ian got his doctorate, yes, we have a doctor in the family, Cody. Not the kind who can Not the kind of, yeah, but they're not the kind that can get us like prescriptions or anything.
It's fine. It's
They're
still prestigious.
brainiac doctors. So yes, he got his doctorate in some sort of engineering. I believe it's chemical engineering or chemistry,
Don't
something
ask.
like.
I don't know.
I don't
I've
know.
met
Oh,
him
you
once.
didn't. You're not paying as much attention, or you're paying about as much attention as I am. Anyway, he graduated from Northwestern. He got his doctorate. He has a wonderful job in Pittsburgh, and so Molly's job is remote. So they moved to Pittsburgh, and the wedding. I can't say much about it, other than it's happening next summer. Um, and she's very happy, and he makes her happy. She makes him happy. I've seen the way they are together. And Debbie and I are both really grateful. His parents are great. We get along with them. We've spent time with them a number of times. They were just in last month because Ian went through his hooding ceremony. Because when he graduated, none of his friends went through the actual graduation ceremony. But they all
Oh,
just
graduation ceremony. I thought you meant a hooding ceremony. Like he's got to like pop
he's
someone
in
with a gack.
he's in the Klan.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a big, yeah.
wow.
That's the one drawback. It's weird. No,
It's 2025. That's cool now. It's in fashion.
Maybe, yeah, it's coming back. You should hear some of the words he tosses around. I'm like, dude, I got canceled for those a long time ago. No, I'm kidding, of course. But the hooding ceremony is when the doctoral candidates get their hoods.
Oh,
They get, yeah, special hoods.
I didn't know they get cloaks. I got a
It-
cloak when
yeah,
I was in middle
it's
school.
like it's like a stole, but it's got a little hood on the back. They don't flip it up. It's not like they get a cool
Right.
hoodie, but it's part of the deal. So they were back in town. His parents were, and we got to go to that at Northwestern, which was really neat. And man, I felt dumb because all his friends had their doctorates, and Molly's like, yeah, I'm the only one in the group who doesn't have one. She said to me, because his mom is a doctor, Debbie's got a couple master's degrees, his dad has a master's degree. Molly's like, you realize you and I are the dumbest ones here, don't you? And I said, well, yeah, we just have bachelor's degrees. She didn't. He did get a fancy hat, Mike. He's all set, but yeah. So she's getting married, and this is I don't know if I could say this either. It's a lot of, yeah. But next August we'll do another reality.
A lot of top secret wedding plans, but I met him recently when he was in town. He seems like a nice guy. He's great with kids. Fantastic with my son.
He did spend a lot of time with your kids.
Got along just swimmingly with my child. So I don't know if grandkids are in the plans. I'm sure that if we speculated, we would get screamed at by your daughter. So I will leave that alone. But he'd be a good dad, I bet.
I think he'd be a good dad. I think she'd be a good mom. I don't listen.
Wedding first.
Wedding first, and I don't say much anymore. I've learned over the years. I have learned my lesson. I ask questions. Sometimes I ask questions that I think are very innocent that are not. Oh man, they ruffle some feathers. But then I just listen. And I ask Debbie every day, did you talk to Molly? And Debbie gets the info. So I get the info through Debbie. And then, but this week I can't say they were in. The reason she wasn't with us Saturday when you were imbibing and I was imbibing and we were all at Sawmouth, Debbie was in Pittsburgh with Molly and they were wedding dress shopping. All I know is a dress has been chosen. That's all I can say. That's all I know. So I don't know what else.
Seen it? So they were texting you pictures. What do you think, Dad?
No. She did text me a picture of her and Debbie with the little sign that says, I said yes to the dress at whatever place she said yes to the dress at. And Debbie said she's going to look stunning, which I had no doubts of her looking stunning. And yeah, I was told I have to wear a black suit.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, not a tux? No. All right. Can I have a pattern on the black suit? No. Am I an undertaker? That was one question too far.
Wait, you asked if you were a what?
An undertaker.
Oh.
Wow.
Brian, have you summoned me to the podcast?
I'm sorry. Yes. Did you bring Paul E. Bearer with you?
No, I want to know if I'm invited to the wedding next summer. Slam.
It will be a SummerSlam. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't have control or any input on the guest list at this point. If asked, I will definitely drop your name, though, Taker.
Well, until I know, I will not be able to rest in peace. Dong.
Wow. You never know who's going to drop by.
My lights
The
went on for a second.
the cameos on this thing are wild.
Is my studio back up? I lost my lights for a second. Everything
Yeah, you
good?
look great. What?
Well, you
Yeah,
filled for
what
time?
happened?
You filled for time? I don't know.
Yeah, it got
Joey
really.
from
There
the
was like weird lighting.
Joey from the 773 saying, really glad to see you guys back. I love The Undertaker. I love when cameos are made on the podcast, but even more than that, I love knowing how many times Donald J. Trump's name was on Jeffrey Epstein's list of clients who had sex with underage girls. Hashtag Free Luigi. The comments,
Wow.
thanks for keeping them coming. I'm glad you appreciate the show. What else do we want to talk about tonight?
Nothing. Cindy asks, how are the dogs? The dogs are good. Everybody, yeah, the dogs are fine. They're all, they've adapted to the new place and me not being there because, as I said before, I live alone in an attic. No, the dogs are good. Maisie is a lunatic. She doesn't do well with lightning. Thunder doesn't bother her. Like it could be today. Yeah, today it was thundering, no problem. Lightning drives her crazy. And so we have some sedatives that the vet gave us. If we know it's going to storm, we can give her these sedatives and then she's calm. Well, the other night, Saturday night, I didn't know that there were supposed to be storms. So I get home from our outing and I take the dogs out and it's lovely. And we come in and it's bedtime. And all of a sudden at 2:15 a.m., she's by the bed and she's trying to wake me up. And I'm like, oh man. So I get up and I take her out to go to the bathroom at 2:15 a.m. Horrifying. Come back in and she won't settle down. She's just going crazy. And I hadn't seen any lightning. And I'm like, what are you, nuts? She's like a soothsayer. She can tell when it's coming. Because then she starts going crazy and I do see lightning. So now it's about she's running around, she's barking, she's diving under the bed, she's scratching at the walls, she's losing her mind. I finally gave her one of the sedatives at about 3, but it takes a while to kick in. I don't know what time she finally calmed down, but I woke up in the morning, she had pulled stuff all out of it. There, we still have a kennel that we used for Walter at the old house that we have set up. And she goes in there during the day just to chill. Like we don't close the door or lock her in there. She just has up. Well, she pulled the mattress out. She pulled the towel out. She dragged her bed into the middle of the living room. The dog food was spilled all over the floor because she hadn't eaten the night before. She lost her effing mind.
Is that lightning just now?
Yeah, the lightning does that.
No, I'm wondering if I heard lightning just now. What's going on with the weather?
You can't hear lightning.
I meant thunder. You know what I meant.
Well, listen. Say what you mean what you say.
No.
Roger, don't think I didn't ask if I could wear a kilt. I was told a no.
Can I wear a kilt?
Huh?
Can I wear a kilt?
You can, if you're invited, you can wear whatever you want.
All right.
You know.
I did tease as a topic my 40th birthday.
Yes, you're 40. You don't look a day over 50.
Thank you. I've gotten there's 2 ways to react to my birthday plans.
Okay.
That's really cute or that's really pathetic. So for my 40th birthday, I had 6 of my high school friends come over to my parents' house in Rockford to sit in the playroom where we spent all of our time hanging out in high school and playing Smash Brothers. And I ordered Pizza Hut because we used to order Pizza Hut, and I love pepperoni Pizza Hut. And I had my high school friends over to my parents to play the video games we played in high school and eat pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut.
Nice.
It was great. And it was exactly what I wanted. And I loved it. And I will
Now,
own it.
what did your adult family think of that? Your wife is an adult, your children are children.
I'm trying to remember if my wife even came. I think I literally don't remember if my wife was there. That's messed up. I should know this.
Did your mom and dad stay there or and pop in like they did when you were in high school?
I've had the same friend group since middle school.
Yeah.
I've literally had the same friends for more than 25 years. So, I mean, my parents saw these people. My friends
grown up with them. Yeah.
They spent as much time in my house in high school as I did, honestly. Like, I mean, my parents know them, they know their families. Like it was very nice for my parents to see them. My parents have gone to most of their weddings who have gotten married so far. So, whenever they're there, they get in long conversations. So it was really fun for my parents, I think.
It had to be fun.
This was not a big ask or anything.
And their little boy has turned 40. The baby boy.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid to go retro, go back to my high school roots.
Now, were your gaming systems and board games and stuff still there, or did you have to bring them with you?
No, I brought them. I just brought my Switch. We didn't play that much Smash Brothers because, Danny said in the comments, I said a couple of years ago I was going to get bottle service on my 40th. I probably did say that.
Your mom brought you stuff in to drink, didn't she? That counts. If your mom brought in some Mountain Dews with your pizza.
Well, there's a lot to unpack there. So here's my problem. My friends aren't they don't do cool things. Like if I call up 6 of my friends and I say, you want to come play video games at my parents' house and have Pizza Hut? They're like, great. If I'm like, do you want to go to a club in Vegas till like 3 a.m? No, they don't. They don't want to do that. You want to come to Chicago and go to like a nightclub and get bottle service? Absolutely not. Like that is not a thing that we do.
I get it.
I've had this problem with concerts. This fall, I am seeing 3 major concerts alone.
Who are you seeing?
2 weeks from today, I'm seeing Linkin Park at the United Center alone.
Alone?
Alone. I just bought 1 ticket because it's on a Monday. My wife actually has to be up the next day and we can't both go. I have to be up too, but I don't know. I don't have any friends that would go see Linkin Park on a Monday. A couple weeks later, I'm seeing 9 Inch Nails at the United Center by myself because I don't know anyone who would go to 9 Inch Nails on a Wednesday. And then a few weeks after that, I'm going to the Salt Shed to see Polo and Pan, which is this French EDM group that I love. I know one couple that's going, but I think that they just want to go as a couple, probably do some Molly and have a date night. And I'm not going to do Molly by myself at a concert on a Good
thinking.
Also known as MDMA as a drug. It's like my wife will go to shows with me, but like she's going to see Shinedown with me at Allstate Arena next Saturday, which I'm very excited about. But that's a Saturday, like a normal day.
Yeah. Right.
I just don't have. And the other thing was, I really wanted to go to the Summer of '99 tour up at Alpine Valley.
Oh, who's on that?
It was like a 2-day festival with a bunch of early 2000s rock bands. The headliners were Creed and Nickelback. Oh. And I actually saw Creed at Tinley Park Amphitheater with our friend Craig Collins earlier this year.
I remember you watching them with eyes wide open.
It was so fun. It was one of the most fun shows I've been to. Like, it was like going with Craig was fun. The thunderstorm that was a torrential downpour and almost killed everybody was fun. The people were great. Creed was fun. It was a good show. Like I loved it. Like I was like, Craig, you need to I would practically fly him up here just to go to the Summer of '99 tour. But I couldn't, there's no one that I know would remotely, I asked everybody and I was like, I'll buy your tickets. Like the number of people I know that would do a 2-day festival of seeing
Yeah.
90s and 2000s best is zero. It's zero people. So
Right.
yeah, I have a problem. So bottle service, like you need people. So the only person I know
Yeah.
that like is willing to do it is my brother-in-law who lives in LA. And I'm not gonna like just get bottle service with my brother-in-law because it's weird. My wife,
Yeah.
like, I could maybe in some scenario get her to do it, but like with the kids' sleep schedules, like getting her or me to stay up past like 10 is hard. So
Yeah, this is
anyway,
very late.
Danny, life changed. I just don't have no one can hang with me. No one can I don't know anyone that can hang with me. So no bottle service for me for my 40th. It's still in the cards. Someday I will get it when I have a lot of money. But no bottle service for my 40th.
Well, I spent my birthday, which is the day before your birthday,
Yes.
in Pittsburgh,
Yes.
because Molly was having her engagement party. Molly and Ian were having an engagement party. And so I was like, all right, that's fine. Well, so I spent my birthday doing what I told them I was going to do. I went out. Pittsburgh has this place, Permane Brothers, that makes these sandwiches. And I was like, that's all I want on my birthday. I'm going to go out and have a Permane Brothers sandwich. So Molly and Ian were doing stuff. And Debbie and I went to Permane Brothers. I had my sandwich, a couple of Yinlings, and then we parked right outside, just by happenstance, a brewery, Helltown Brewery, right in the Strip District in Pittsburgh, and had a couple of beers, and it was perfect. No big craziness, no nothing, just perfect.
Nice.
A sandwich and a couple of beers.
So, for one of your birthdays, would you want to get bottle service with me in a nightclub?
Listen, I don't.
No.
Just you. No. It's not. No. I think it'd be. Interesting. I'm like, what's the allure of the bottle? Just that you get the bottle because they serve drinks at the bars, right?
They do.
Okay, but the bottle, what you sit behind a velvet rope and nobody can.
You sit behind a velvet rope and you get a seat.
That part I like.
Yeah.
Do you get some exclusive hot like bottle service ladies that come around?
Probably. Yeah. I don't know about Chicago. The crazy thing is I actually looked into bottle service at like Prism. Well, so Prism sucks generally. Radius is
What
good.
is Prism?
Prism's it's a nightclub. It's where I talked about it on a Realities May Vary. It's across from that strip club in at North and Clybourne. Like VIPs or something. It's got.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a nightclub. It's actually next door or whatever. But like when you're in Vegas, bottle service is like $2,000 or whatever. And I was looking at prices online at like Prism. It's like $150 for a bottle, or like $250. Or something. Like it was ridiculous. I was like, I could drop this alone and like with my wife. This could be a date night. Like not really now.
Drink an entire bottle. I mean, you got to have a lot of people, don't you? Because are you and your wife going to polish off a bottle of Ketel One?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it is like, it's so doable in the city of Chicago compared to like Vegas. Like Vegas is unrealistic, but here I could like, I guess like what's nice is even though I don't know a lot of people that like roll that way, I don't need a lot of people. Like I don't need a 20-person crew like my cousin had when I was in Vegas with him to enjoy bottle service here in Chicago. Here in Chicago, it's just kind of like, okay, a couple $100. Like, all right, split it like 3 ways. You're good.
Yeah, that's true. I would just feel bad if we didn't finish the bottle.
I wouldn't.
That would make me mad.
No, that's it. Then you dump it over somebody.
Oh, make it rain.
Yeah.
But instead of with dollars, with booze.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in for a local bottle service. Can we start it at like 6?
Yeah, they don't open till 10.
They don't open till 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
It's after 10. We're still podcasting.
We are. Listen, I could stay up.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
We used to do it all the time.
I know. No, yeah, I know.
My kids make me do it now.
I still do it when, now that I'm working from home, I stay up a little later.
There you go.
So I'm down. That'd be fun. But then you got to decide on what kind of bottle. What do you lean toward? See, I don't know. What do you get? Do you go vodka? Do you get
yeah,
tequila?
like all right, if you go into a day club where you're like at a pool, it's got to be a clear liquor, right? Like it's got to be vodka. You're not going to drink whiskey. You're not going to drink bourbon in the hot sun in Vegas, right? You're going to drink vodka lemonade, vodka waters. Like you're not going to drink an old fashioned, right?
Well, listen, my testicles dropped a long time ago. I can drink brown liquor all day.
I mean, liquor.
What's the difference?
I hardly knew her. I don't know.
Talking about Ghislaine again?
Nightclub, I think we nightclubs, I think we ended up getting vodka both times. Vodka's just versatile. I don't know. I'm a bourbon guy. Like if I'm mixing drinks, right? I'll get it. Like, yeah, I'll do the bourbon. But yeah, that's a good question. Gin would be good, but then you're pretty much getting gin and tonics. But I'll drink a bottle of gin and tonic.
I like gin and tonics.
Let's go, dude.
So do you then have to buy the mixers?
No, it's free. Mixers are free.
Mixers are free.
Yeah, you pay like $4,000 for a bottle of vodka, but all the mixers are free.
Well, free mixers. What about ice?
Ice is free.
Okay. Well, now you're making a case. You're making a case for this whole thing. Yeah, they're throwing in mixers and ice.
No, now I'm making a cocktail.
They're here to pour, but no glasses. You got to just pour it in your mouth.
Probably do that. So why are we still talking about bottle service?
I don't know, because you saw, you saw Danny. Was it Danny? Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny
maybe my
50th.
Some birthday when I have a crew that's willing to go out, I will do the
How deep does your crew have to roll?
So I've got two friends that will come into town to go to an EDM show with me. I have two friends reliably that will go and stay out with me. One is an alcoholic.
Perfect.
So he actually would drink an entire. I've seen him drink a 750 ml of whiskey in one night, and not be that drunk, which is bad. So I wouldn't want to encourage that. But I do know that the three of us could kill a bottle.
Okay.
With his help. So there's that.
Is it all EDM clubs? Like, is that the music?
Yeah. Well, I don't go to clubs. Let's be clear. I'm a dad in the suburbs.
I know, but you're the only one I know who's done bottle service.
But I've done bottle service at my cousin's bachelor party in Vegas. It doesn't really count. I go to EDM shows like once a year when my friends come to town and I can get them to go. I know they have bottle service. Like I saw like AC/DC this year. There's no like bottle service AC/DC. It's a
now I would bottle service AC/DC.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You know what I don't like? So I went to the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis this year.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I told my friends, I don't watch wrestling high. Like if I like do an edible or like smoke any weed and then I watch wrestling, I can't get into it at all. Like I don't care. It's weird. So I'm like, sometimes people go to shows like a concert, they'll get a little high or something. I'm like, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to drink a bunch because then I'll yell more and I'll get more into it. It'll be fun. Dude, I drank a lot. I drank like 4. I mean, I didn't drink a lot of alcohol, but I had like 4 or 5 of the big beers, right? I had to go to the bathroom like 17 times during that Rumble. And then I was like, man, this sucks. I don't like this at all.
Right. Yeah. Welcome to getting older.
No, that's bull. Like I don't like that at all.
I've been urinating constantly through this whole show.
Into the bottle?
Just in my adult diaper that I wear now.
I have a stand-up comedy routine about adult diapers.
Do you?
I do. I've written like 3 routines or bits that I have 3 bits that I have. Right. But I don't have anywhere to perform them, and I haven't like finished writing them down. I just have them like etched in notes, but I know what I would do.
All right. Well,
I need to go to
let's go to an open mic.
We'll go to an open mic.
Tell me when you're ready. Let
me finish writing them down, and we'll go to. I think they would go over pretty well. I think.
Danny, thank you. I miss TMJ Nights and Tommy as well. All right. Since you brought up wrestling, how do I not ask you about the big celebrity wrestling death that happened last week? Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan, a.k.a. the Hulkster, a.k.a. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, a.k.a. the guy who sued and shut down Gawker, a.k.a. Thunder Lips, the Ultimate Man.
Wait, I thought Peter Thiel shut down Gawker.
Wait, who did Hulk Hogan sue then?
didn't Peter Thiel sue Hulk?
No, Hulk sued and won.
But Peter Thiel ended up owning Gawker, right? I thought he sued. I thought it was Peter Thiel.
Hold on.
Hold on. We're gonna fact check. We only do. Here we go. So
Gawker Media, yeah.
Oh, Peter Thiel secretly funded Hulk Hogan's lawsuit against Gawker Media.
Against Gawker. Right. Yeah.
Oh. That's right, because they outed Peter Thiel as gay, which was like not a thing.
Good night, Roger.
Wanted at the time or whatever.
Yes. So he funded it, but Hulk Hogan. So Hulk died, allegedly of a cardiac arrest. Your thoughts, Cody?
I don't know. What my thoughts? What things that don't list of things that don't matter. Cody's thoughts on Hulk Hogan dying. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I was like, oh, Hulk Hogan's dead. Because I remember the heyday. I separate the Hulk Hogan in the ring that entertained me from reports allegedly of his behavior off and his alleged racism and everything else. I'm like, oh, did it bother me for any amount of time? Any meaning a second or more? No.
Yeah.
No, Hulk Hogan's dead.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, what he did, like Mount Rushmore of wrestling. You can't not have
100%.
Like, I mean, he's top.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, he's top 2, 3 at most. I don't even know who else would come close. The Rock. No.
Yeah, but the Rock
like
would
3 years.
Yeah. And Hulk made that whole Hulkamania thing was what catapulted or took WWE at the time, WWF at the time to the next level, right? Yeah. Would you agree with that statement?
And he was cross-generational because he did his whole original thing and then NWO resurgence in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Ric Flair,
he popularized painting on a beard.
He did. You've got Ric Flair is, I guess, up there also, but like culturally did not have the impact that Hulk had.
No.
And then people will argue Cena, but like, no, I'm sorry. No.
See, all these guys can get big now, but who you got to look, was there anybody bigger before? Because in the pre-Hulk days, there were popular wrestlers, but were there any that were, like Gorgeous George or
no.
Hulk was the guy.
I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin in the 90s, I think, is the closest any wrestler has come to becoming ubiquitous. Like everyone knows Austin 316.
Right. And he was in movies and stuff like The Rock. Now then he moved into other stuff that he was on TV, he was in the movies.
Yeah.
Austin was. So
but yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, big loss. By many accounts recently, not a great human being to other people. But I don't care that much. I don't follow it.
Right.
But
I just thought because it was a wrestling story.
No,
I had to bring it up.
It's fair to bring up. He I will say there was something. Nope, lost it. Oh, right. His last appearance in WWE, he got booed. Like,
yes,
deafeningly. Like, they were in Los Angeles and he was promoting his like real American beer. And he came out and he cut this promo and the crowd just destroyed him. They were booing him so bad. Mean Gene Okerlund was out there with him. Mean Gene is like 80-something. Like, Mean Gene's an old dude. And they were booing him so bad. And like, Mean Gene's got to stand out there just like try to do the, because he's like, people like Mean Gene.
Yeah, but, Mean Gene.
Dude, Hulk was out there and he just like kind of bulldozed through the promo. And he's just like, WWE is like, yeah, we're just not, you don't need to come back next week.
Yeah, you're good. Thanks for stopping by. I've never had one of his beers. It was in a mystery garbage can at a Joliet Slammers game that you could reach in for $2 and pull out a mystery beer. Wow. And I didn't do it, but I saw people pulling it out, and it was his beer and then Busch Light. Those were the two that were in the can. So I don't. He was the only guy I wanted when last summer when I was working in Milwaukee and I was covering the Republican National Convention. We were on Media Row and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only person I wanted to talk to. I could not have cared less. about all these other slack-jawed Republican demigods that were walking around, and I saw them all, and I was like, nope. The only one, and not because I agreed with him, but I thought it would be a hoot to talk to Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But didn't happen.
Yeah. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh my god, my brain is like starting to shut down. Oh, I was more sad about Ozzy.
Yeah, Ozzy was a hard one.
So Ozzy, I talked about this on the show. I'm pretty sure, like 2 years ago, they did a festival just outside of Los Angeles called like. There was some festival, and the headliners were going to be like it was going to be Guns N' Roses, Tool.
Yes.
I think maybe AC/DC, like Megadeth, and then maybe one other one, and then Ozzy, and it was gonna be those 6. And I wanted to go, but you had to buy passes for the whole weekend, and the whole week it was like it would have been at least $2,000 to go.
Jesus.
And I was like, man, I don't know when Ozzy's gonna play again. Like, you know, like, and at that time it was AC/DC's only announced like a North American appearance. So I was like, man, this could be worth it. I didn't buy the tickets. I like had some FOMO, and then like a month after tickets went on sale, 2 months, Ozzy announced he was pulling out, and he was like, "I'm not going to do it." So they replaced him with like some band that I did not care about, Iron Maiden, maybe or something.
Yes.
And I was just like, I dodged a bullet. So I mean, there's a little FOMO because I never saw Ozzy perform, but like, unless it had been like, it would have had to have been at least like 7 years ago or something, you know.
Yeah. You
It's
didn't
like,
feel like flying over to England for the farewell show?
I didn't look into it, but part of my brain was like, oh man, I should Google that. Just, you know, just see what.
Yeah.
No. But man, what a way to go out. $220 million raised for charity.
Yeah.
Biggest charity concert in history. Like, got to see all his bros, like, you know, passed away in the UK. Like, it's just a good way to go out.
It was a good way to go out. And you know, if you were an Ozzy or a Sabbath fan, that was the night. You know, it all came together, and you know, he sounded okay for being as sick as he was and as old as he was, and you know, it was that was a hard one. Then Malcolm Jamal Warner the next day, you know, and and Chuck Mangione, and then today we're recording this. Ryne Sandberg, Hall of Famer, Cubs second baseman, legendary. He died today.
God,
who's next?
Well, I know who I hope is next.
Send your wishes into the cosmos. That's all I'll say.
Billy
that's
from
all
the
I'll say about that.
213 says, John, just kidding. Oh, wait, the text got deleted. That's weird.
Yeah, delete that text.
Strange.
You don't want to read that one.
I didn't delete it. It just went away.
Do you want to plug again what we started the show with?
Yeah, let's end with a butt plug.
Vibrating, light up? What kind?
Light up?
Glass?
You can get LED butt plugs.
Yeah, where it's you know, the round part that sticks out your ass lights up.
Wait, can I show you something?
Is it a butt plug?
Yep.
Is it the Undertaker again?
No, check this out. All right. This is so stupid. All right, I got a gaming headset like 13 years ago. Great gaming headset, Logitech gaming headset. I used it forever. During the pandemic, my wife taught yoga classes wearing a giant gaming headset because I had the best microphone we could find while she was moving. So anyway, I got this new one. So anyway, the receiver stopped working a little bit. Then I realized it was my fault. I basically didn't. I had something in loose basically, so it was my fault. So it actually still worked fine. So it's a Logitech, great brand, obviously. So anyway, but before I figured out that I was the one that was the wrong one, I ordered a new one. So we got this new Logitech G935 or whatever. And so check this out when you turn it on. Look at this.
Do they keep going like that, changing the colors?
There's LEDs on it.
I know. They look great.
You can program the LEDs. You can program it to respond to the way you're gaming and your head. And why? Why does this exist? Why is this on here?
Just because it's cool. So if somebody walks in the room, they see that you're gaming, not to bother you.
This is so stupid.
It's
This
excellent.
is so pointless. Like, it looks
It's like
awesome.
disco gaming.
This is so pointless. I don't need LEDs on my gaming headset.
Can you turn them off, old man?
I just turned off. I think so, but I did like, and I love Logitech. Like, I have Logitech everything. I have
My
Logitech.
camera's Logitech. I got a lot of Logitech.
I have 3 of those Logitech cameras that you have. Like, I am like Logitech everything, but it's just funny. I'm like, this is me screaming at kids on my lawn just to get off my lawn. But it's just like, it is objectively like, why are you doing this? You know, it's like,
man, see, and to me, that's the coolest part of those headsets. The coolest part of that whole thing is that there's lights on them. Because like the gaming, not impressed. Headphones, I got them. But I don't have any headphones that light up. Maybe that would have kept my gig at TMJ longer if I had light up headphones. They would have kept me around.
When I first got it, I would have tended to agree with you, but my friend Max told me, he was just like, I don't need these. And then I thought about it for 3 seconds, and I'm like, you really don't.
Yeah,
no
but
one does.
That's not that. No, nobody needs light up headphones.
No.
But they exist, and you got them, and you didn't buy them because they were light up. So it's like a bonus. Like you got extra. You win the headphone game. You ordered regular old headphones, and you got disco headphones.
They're very disco.
Disco. LED. Now, can you make them blink faster? So anybody with epilepsy can't play games with you?
Yeah, don't let your dog near it. Imagine if your dog walked in and you had those headphones and suddenly, lightning.
Oh, yeah, she thinks it's lightning. Like, she'd go crazy. That would be horrifying. No, I don't want that to happen. That would be bad.
Color, I just adjusted the color on my camera to make it cooler. I just realized this whole time my teeth have looked like yellow. I actually got my teeth laser whitened.
Wow.
I feel good about, but I
look
don't know
at you.
How long it's stuck. They showed me the before and after, and I was like, that's still like pretty. Like, I have very I think I don't. My teeth color is not.
My teeth are very yellow.
I don't agree with that. I think mine are more, but maybe I'm just.
I wasn't comparing them to you. I was just agreeing. Like I also have yellow teeth.
Oh, interesting.
I'm old.
Well, but to plug,
let's plug it up.
Please, if you enjoyed this and you're grateful for this, here's what we'll do. I'll promise if we win a podcast award, we'll do another Reality Is May Vary. Promise.
Yes, 100%.
So there's your incentive. Now that we don't have
incentive, or
now that we don't have incentive, like we like doing this, and like it's fun to reconnect with all of our
listeners
because we do.
No, it has been nice hearing from everybody who chimed in. Even with a lot of those texts, very uniformity in message, which was shocking.
It'd be that there's
big news. Big news.
But I I have kids, so time is
of course
it's limited. So podcastawards.com, register to vote. Say that you would like to be considered to be a final round voter when you register. Just a checkbox. And vote for Crafty Brewers, Tales Behind Craft Beer, in the categories of arts, leisure, and society and culture, like society-culture, society and culture. You can also vote for us in People's Choice. We'd love that.
Sure.
I'm not terribly optimistic we'd win that one, but I do think we have a serious shot in the other ones. But go ahead, all 4 of those categories: People's Choice, arts, leisure, society and culture. podcastawards.com, or scan the QR code at the top right corner of this video. Voting is until July 31st, so you've got a few more days. I will start to promote aggressively. I just realized it's the 28th. I will actually post everywhere tomorrow and message my family.
So we're going to be hitting you up for a lot of different things.
Yeah, please literally text family, friends, do it, ask people if they could do it, if they have extra email addresses, they just want a side email. And then check your inbox, because actually one year I did check that box asking to be considered for a final nomination, but I forgot to check that email address because I did it from an alternate email, and then I didn't get to vote in the last round, which was stupid. So make sure. Mike said voting complete. Thank you, Mike, and check your spam. Check your spam folder for the confirmation email. Yeah, it's and I'm not gonna lie, the website looks a little janky. You go to podcastawards.com, you're like, oh wow, I'm on GeoCities from 2004, but it's just old school. And it's been around for 20 years. This is the 20th annual one. So not a lot's changed in that time. It's very
Is this one? Do
lo-fi.
we, if we win, do we get anything for this one?
I
A
think we
trophy,
get a
plaque?
trophy. I think we get
Because
a
last one, I'm glad we won. In case people didn't hear the first time, we did win we won an award, best video podcast for the Quill Podcast
Yep.
Awards.
Yep.
But
yeah,
we
this
didn't get
one
anything.
has given trophies in the past. They had a snafu with their trophy supplier a few years ago, and the guy kind of went off on social media about it. But I think he found a different supplier. They'll only send one trophy, but you can always order in the past, you've been able to order a second one. So if we win, then you and I will just order a second
or we'll
one.
treat it like the Stanley Cup. We each get to take it for a week and take it to different places, and we'll post we'll post like where we are doing obscene things with the award trophy.
We're not doing that. We're gonna just pay for a second trophy and split the cost. It'll be fine.
Well, that too, but I still might take it around like the Stanley Cup.
We can still take it, but we're getting two.
Oh, we can have our own. Yeah, we can each have our own.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can line you've got, how many are you on your shelf now? You got about 17, 18?
I have 2 physical awards and a certificate on the wall.
Let's see.
From the Webbies. So
I just have the one that we just won, that's excellent.
I need to print
so
that
yeah,
out.
we appreciate the support. We appreciate the help. It does tell me that people have scanned the QR code as we're sitting here. Oh. Yeah, I get a little thing that says someone scanned your QR code.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It tells you?
Yeah, it tells me on this end because I'm hosting.
Crazy.
Because I'm the host with the most, baby.
That's technology.
Technology at its best, at its finest. So yes, thank you, Danny and Mike, for doing that.
Yeah,
thank you, everybody, for that. Yeah, we hope this was a good idea, Cody. I think people are happy that we came and did this.
We had updates.
We had some updates. We will have more updates as time goes on. And listen, I'll hold you to it. If we do win another award, we'll come on and do another one. We might do one anyway. Who knows? This is all based on Cody's schedule. And that's not to throw you under the bus, but you've got a lot going on, and it's like, and quite frankly, we put a lot of time in Crafty Brewers. Cody puts a lot more time in it than I do on the production end, which is why we won an award. But I put the content stuff, and Cody crafts it into a masterpiece. And then he's involved in the conversation too. And we like drinking beer. And so this was fun. It was fun to do it every once in a while. Maybe next time we ask Craig to come in.
Oh my God.
Oh man, from Texas.
Before or after I send him some of those pics?
Maybe you will unleash him live.
Wow.
Yeah. Pixelate some of them so we know what it is.
Okay.
Pixelation is the video form of what I used to like to use the actual beep when somebody would swear.
Yeah.
Instead of some radio people like to just edit it out so it's clean. Not me. I like to throw in that beep. I want to hear either the first or last sound of the letter and then a beep. That's the best. Like I can't do it. I can't edit my own voice.
I can't do it live. Sorry.
I can't do it live either.
I'm not even producing this. I'm just here.
You're just here to hang. All right. So anything else that you want to hit before we go? Any other texts that you need to read? Any other messages?
I think we covered all the texts.
I think we've covered everything.
I think people know.
You think you reached the people you needed to reach?
I think people know. I think people are aware of.
I think the people who listen to us know.
I think everyone in the world knows.
Well,
I think every single
more people are knowing than I thought would be knowing.
Yeah.
There's a shaman that's very upset.
Even shamans are upset. I think
shamans are upset. Podcasters are upset.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not all the people in power are upset, which is a little surprising. They're just going off on their Christmas or summer vacation.
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah. Well,
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Hey, your ancestors are very upset.
Mine?
The people of Scotland.
What'd they do?
Oh, man. somebody was over there
Mm-hmm.
on our dime playing golf for 2 days
Mm-hmm.
and allegedly doing some deals. The Scottish people are protested like there's no tomorrow.
Good
The
for them.
Scottish people took the assignment to heart. They got it. They know what's up over in Scotland.
Sweet.
They are drunk and angry and do not like people. And when they do not like people, they let those people know it in no uncertain terms. And those terms are ones that we should adopt here in America, but we haven't used them. Can I say cockwomble?
Sure.
Yeah, I just did. That's one that I'm really enjoying.
And it's funny because I've traveled to Scotland twice now, and once or twice. Literally the nicest people. I've been to like, I don't know, a dozen or so countries. That's not a flex, but like I've traveled to Europe a handful of times or whatever, Central America a couple times. The nicest people, bar none, in the world. Like just everywhere I went. I was there for like almost 2 weeks with my family, and every single person, just the nicest, so hospitable and welcoming and generous. And like, we got lost, pulled over on the side of the road, like asked some random people, where do we go? They spent like 15 minutes telling us where to go. Like they're Scottish people. It's unbelievable how nice they are. So for them to like be protesting means someone sucks as a person, and they know it. And that's it's telling. It's telling because they're like, this is they're just, I love Scotland. I love it.
Yeah. Well, they all descend from William Wallace.
Yeah. All of them?
Everyone. Yes, the Scottish genealogy tree is just straight.
Wow. That's odd.
It's listen, I didn't make the rules.
Wow.
That's the way it goes. It's because both the men and the women are walking around with basically skirts on.
That's fair.
So you just, whoever, any port in a storm.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
That's how that goes.
Well, with that,
holy cow, we've been doing this for 2 hours.
Hour 41. Follow us on Facebook. We don't have.
Go to craftybrewerspod.com as I've left the scroll up the whole time. So go there, you'll enjoy it. Even if you don't think you're a beer drinker, the stories are what the podcast is about. If you get a chance to go to podcastawards.com and vote, we would really appreciate that. You can vote for us in the 3 categories, which are arts, leisure, and society and culture. And there's a 4th, People's Choice, if you want to throw a vote in there, even though Cody doesn't think we have a chance in that
one's
category.
Right at the top, too. It's the first category.
It's first one. Might as well do it.
I think people get it. We should go. We should.
All right, we're done. Thanks very much. We'll talk to you again someday. Until next time, Cody.
Bye. Yee.